Hello designers, this is Rebecca, and this is your Assignment 5 Japanese Modern Animation critique. So this is a very fun critique to watch. It's always very entertaining. So let's just go over the specs real quick. Using Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator, you're going to create 2 animated social media ads to promote your novel using elements inspired by the Japanese modern movement. The required specs are that you need to create one ad that's 1080 by 1080 pixels in RGB for Instagram. And then the second ad is 540 by 960 pixels in RGB for TikTok in portrait format. They must be a minimum of 5 seconds, a maximum of 60 seconds. You must include who, the author, what, the book title, when, the release date, where, a place to buy the book, how, the formats available. The book title must have 3D effects that we created using the tutorials that you saw during this section. And then you need to choose a color scheme from the swatch library in Photoshop. You must include texture effects specifically covered in this section. You must include additional geometric graphics. You may use any sans serif font that you'd like, but it can't have any typos. The animation for each ad can be the same, but you just need to make sure that it is placed and formatted nicely within each window size. And then sound is optional. I didn't expect any sound because you can't have sound in Photoshop, but some people like to try to add it anyways. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have Chance. Chance's book is Alice in Wonderland. Let's give this animation a watch. Great. So we have this nice cutout tree come in from the left side, and then we have all of our information here, the who, what, when, where, and how. Really good job, Chance. So we use lots of different fonts here. And I don't see the 3D font that was created in the tutorials, but you did add a drop shadow, so that helps make it a bit 3D as well. Let's go ahead and check out the second animation. Great, so this time the tree came in from the bottom. Good, and then you drop the gray on top of the green. That's a nice effect as well. Good job, Chance, way to go. Next up is Cecilia. Cecilia's book is The Legend of Drizzt Homeland. Let's go ahead and watch this one. Cool. Really cool. Ooh, I love that highlight effect. Really nice work, Cecilia. I love your 3D text at the top. This font is always so fun. And it looks really good. I don't see the where on this ad, but you do have the other important information as well. That was really beautiful. This sword illustration that you created with this cool spider over it. And I love how dark and moody it is. This beautiful gradient in the background is really nice. Let's check out the next animation. Gorgeous. Having that highlight go across the sword plus across the text at the top is really lovely. It really pulls our eye around. I'm going to play it one more time. And it's really neat because it really helps to bring out the shape of the spider. So that was a really smart choice. I love it. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Next up is Cheyenne. Cheyenne's book is The Crone One. And let's watch this animation. Ah, we got a little voodoo doll. Great, good looking 3D text. I love this little voodoo doll and the gradients that you used on it and the pins coming down. That's a really nice touch. The button eyes are really great as well. So nice illustrating, and I like your gradient background. You have all the important information. I also like how you changed the color of the text throughout the information to help kind of specify the information hierarchy. So really nice work. Let's check out the next one. Great. So I love that you zoomed in on just the head of the voodoo doll, and we got 3 pins in there. So that was a really smart choice, as opposed to just getting the whole body in there. It would make it such a smaller scale. And so this way, having it be the larger scale, you get to take up like a third of your composition. It's really nice. Really good work. Awesome. Way to go. Next up is Violet. Violet's book is The Hunger Games. Cool. Great. So this is cool, Violet. I like these shapes flying in um, diagonally. It's really nice. It's like a really cool representation of arrows flying through the air, which is, very appropriate for your book. So awesome idea. I love this. This color palette is really great. This 3D text looks really nice. I love all these different faces that you colored in. That I know that takes some time to separate those faces, so you did a really beautiful job there. It looks awesome. Yeah, and you've got all the who, what, when, where, and how. Really good. Let's look at the next one. This is so different, Violet, than the other styles that you've done, so it looks really great. Cool, flying in. Really nice. The way it kind of flies in, and I don't know if it's the color palette, but it's very superhero-ish, you know what I mean? But that's good. And then I like the symbol coming in too, and the strokes on the symbol are nice because they're consistent throughout the whole piece. You know, it's around all of your text as well, so it's working here. Way to go, Violet. Next up is Kelvin. Kelvin did Crazy Rich Asians. Let's check it out. Great. All right. So I think, Kelvin, you could slow it down a bit. I love this color palette. Looks really nice. We've got our 3D text. Yep, we got all the important information. I love this. That's really cool at the end there. Really nice characters. Give me just a second. I'm just great. Okay, great. So yeah, once you get the information on the screen, you can let it rest for a few seconds so that we get a chance to read it and admire it, and then go on to the next group of text here. And before it jumps to these characters and the thank you could let it rest a little bit longer too to let us read it for a little bit. I'm a fast reader, but I'm not that fast. But I love the color palette, and there's a lot of animation going on here. Great. Let's check out the next one. Ooh, cool effect there. Great. Oh, lovely. Awesome. Thanks so much, Calvin. It looks great. Next up is Christine. Christine's book is Paper Towns. Let's check it out. Whoa! Cool! Oh my gosh, you just blew my mind, Christine. That was so awesome. Let's check it out again. Really great. That's so fast. I love that headlight going by. Oh, beautiful how the text comes up. It just kind of fades in, and your 3D text looks really pretty with the gradients. I think you did a blend there. It looks really nice with that purple to red, and then your nice not blended text right on top makes it super legible. Good, good. This looks really nice. Really nice. I love this little figure down here driving too. It's really awesome. I love the yellow in the building. It's really beautiful. Let's check out this one. It looks so different. Wow. It really is different, isn't it? It's because the other one's at night and this one's during the day, so it's like very a dramatic difference. But they're both really beautifully illustrated, really nice drawings, and I love these highlights and shadows in the tree, and it just and all that texture in the tree trunk looks really beautiful, really lovely. Nice work. I love it. Way to go. Next up is Nathaniel. Nathaniel's book is Lord of the Flies. Let's check it out. All right. Great. Okay, when you rendered the animation, something happened in the dimensions of your output, and so it didn't quite make our frame size of our animation window the correct size. So we have all this extra stuff. So what happens with this is when you have elements or assets for your animation on the outside of your artboard, um, the dimensions of the entire piece changes. So even though the artboard stays the same dimensions, the document size dimensions change. And that's fine. It's just that when you set your rendering specs, you have to still put in the correct artboard size there of 1080 by 1080. Okay. But let's watch it one more time. I love this plane, just like flying in really fast. And then this 3D text looks really nice there. And we have all of our information. It looks pretty good. It looks like your background shifted as well. It shifted over to the left a bit because you have this white stripe over here on the side. I think the airplane could go a little slower, but it is very smooth. Let's watch the TikTok version. There we go. It goes on a little bit slower on that one. And then the text comes up. Great. Great. So same thing with this one. We just had to change the render specs to be the 540 by 960, and then it would give us the right animation window size. But other than that, I like the background image that you chose. The airplane being cut out and flying in is a really wonderful idea. Um, and I love the 3D text a lot. Thanks, Nathaniel. Next up is Megan M. Megan did Crazy Rich Asians. Let's check this out. Oh, cute. Really nice. I love your character. She's so cute. I love this 3D text and the text coming in. Having the text come in perfectly vertically and horizontally really helps with the angular shapes in your character. So that was a really smart choice. And I also like that this text is totally rotated going down that side. So it really helps balance the composition. Beautiful. I love this color palette. Way to go. Let's check out the next one. Awesome. I love the scale of her. Oh, cute. I love that text going in and out. Let me play it one more time. I really like the different colors in the text. Really nice. Really great. It helps with the information hierarchy. Awesome. Really cute. I love it. Way to go, Megan. Next up is Alexis. Alexis's book is Throne of Glass. Let's check it out. Nice. Oh, cool. Really nice, Alexis. I love this 3D text. The colors that you chose really help to separate it from the background really nicely. I'm going to play it one more time. These thrones coming in, very dramatic. I like the text coming in. We got all the information, and then this glass exploding in the end. It's lovely. Awesome. Let's check out the next one. Great. We got to get the chair even the throne even larger here. Nice. Awesome. Way to go, Alexis. It looks great. Good job. Next up is Julianne. Julianne's book is 1984. Let's check it out. Oh, nice. Really cool. I love it. Really cool. I love this texture in the background. This gorgeous eye in here is really nice. And I love this font that you chose. And the 3D title looks really cool. I like that you have little tiny thin strokes on all those. It's really nice. Really nice effect. Let me play it one more time. Yeah, that's cool. Great. Yeah, it looks really good in black and white too. Really nice. Let's check out this one. Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have all the important information, the who, what, when, where, how. It looks like your document size changed. And so when your artboard dimension stayed the same, but the document size changed because we had elements that were outside the artboard floating into the artboard. And so I think that this happens a lot when you don't have the object completely on the artboard. There's some stuff hanging off the edges, but that's okay. So all this means is that in that render window, when you change your animation window size to the document size, next to that part, you've got to change those specs for the width and the height to be the 540 by 960. Okay. It may change the setting then from document size to custom, but that's fine. All right. Other than that, awesome choices. Really cool animation. Thank you. I apologize for any background noise. There's some guys doing gardening outside, and you can hear the leaf blowers and stuff. So next up is Andre. Andre's book is Judo Boy. Let's go ahead and check this out. Cool. Great. Awesome. Andre, this is so great. So I like your 3D text effect. I love this color palette. The orange and red really helps to really draw a lot of visual attention to that text at the top. We've got all our important information here. I do recommend that this is more left aligned here, and we can also have the word on up on the line above it since it's only 2 characters long. I really love how that blue texture came in. It was like really eye catching. It just really helped create all of this beautiful contrast and just instantly like colorify the whole thing. I don't think that's a word, but that's kind of how, it made me feel. And I really love the guys moving around. Really awesome idea. Um, it's just so fun to watch. Really great job here, Andre. Let's check out the next one. Here comes the colorifying. Really nice. Okay. All right. Great. Great. So this one, the text wasn't quite as smooth as the other one. It's kind of coming in and jumping around a little bit. So I recommend just holding down that space, that shift bar, while you're pulling text in so it stays on one axis, and then that'll help with the jumping. The other thing, I would say you have time to move those guys around a little more like you did in the first one. So go ahead and go for it because that part's really fun to watch. Great job. And don't forget this one, you needed to change your dimensions for your render to be the 540 by 960. So right now it's still 1080 by 1080 like the previous one. Okay, next up is Dawn. Dawn's book is Where the Crawdads Sing. Let's check it out. Great. Let me just play it again. All right, really nice. Really beautiful graphics that you chose here. I love the different images and the placement of everything is nice and balanced. Your 3D text looks really nice. And I think having this like sun in the background is a really lovely idea with this beautiful sky gradient. It turned out really nice there. The only thing I noticed was this leaf kind of jumping at the end, but you know, it's not too bad. And we have all of the important information. This text up here is getting a little cropped, so you could overall make this part a little smaller, but make the text a little smaller, but you don't need to change anything for now. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. Great. So you did have time to slow it all down a bit and give us a little more drama between each bit of text coming in. So you could, once a group of text comes in, you can have it sit for a few seconds so we get a chance to read it before the next group of text comes in or the next graphic. But other than that, it's great. I know that animating is always it's always wacky the first time you try it and you're just kind of experimenting. So overall, you did a great job, Don. Thank you. Next up is Megan G. Megan G's book is It Ends With Us. Let's check it out. Cool. All right. Really nice, Megan. I love those colored flowers. I'm going to play it again. The colored flowers with the black and white buildings. That's a really nice effect. And then lifting it up so that you have some readability from the text at the bottom is nice. I don't think you need a white screen behind the 3D text, but I understand why you did it because you had such a busy background. Um, but, because you end it here with a more plain background that doesn't have any contrast, this is where it can be even more legible. So I don't know. Yeah, that's why I was saying I don't think you need the text screen. We will get a chance to read it legibly at this frame. Um, but this 3D text looks really beautiful. I really like those thin strokes throughout these layers here. It looks really cool, really nice, great. So as I can see that your animation frame is a little off, and so that would just mean that when you're in your render settings there, after you choose document size, you need to set the width and height to 1080 by 1080. It may then change from document size to custom, and that's totally fine. Okay. So same with this one, you got to change that document size setting to 540 by 960 pixels. Okay. But let's check out this animation. I love this image. Really nice. Oh, that's cool. Great. Great job. So we just have a little bit of cropping going on over here, But other than that, this was really nice. Really good job. Thank you so much. Next up is Anthony. Anthony's book is The Great Gatsby. Let's check it out. Wow. Cool. Oh my gosh. I'm just waiting for it to come to an end and make sure there's nothing else. Anthony, this is amazing. Let's watch it again. There's so much going on. This is so cool. We got the car. Really nice transition. Oh my gosh. Too cool, Anthony. Really cool. Really great. And I'm glad to see that you got your animation window size figured out. It's perfect. It's really cool. Let's check out the next one. Oh my gosh. Great. It's different. It's so cool, Anthony. I love it. Let's play it one more time. Really nice. Really nice. Really cool. So the only thing I see on this one is that the beginning frames are a bit jumpy. So I can see that this road is lifted up almost an inch here, and then it kind of juts down to fall into place. So when you make that first frame, just make sure that that road is where you want it to be, and then it looks like it nudges a bit. It gets a little shaky. I don't know if that's intentional to like make it look like, that yellow car is driving crazy because we all know what happens to poor Daisy. But yeah, but this is a really nice effect. Really cool. And you got to use your glasses that you've been using throughout. It looks great. I love it. Way to go, Anthony. Awesome. Next up is Tate's animation. Tate's book is The Kite Runner. Let's check it out. Okay. So I can see, Tate, that the little stars moved around. Let me play it one more time here. So we've got some stars. They're outside of the background, but they're showing up in here. So that's cute. I really like your 3D text a lot. I like this color palette as well. So um, when you did your rendering options, just make sure that you choose the document size option and then you change it to 1080 by 1080. If it changes your document size to custom, that's fine. You just need to make sure that the window is 1080 by 1080 so that this animation window is the same dimensions and you won't get all this extra black space around here. Okay, and then we can see your animation even larger. So it looks like you do have all of the, yes, you have all the important info on there too. Good job. Let's check out this one. Great. So this one, the window size is correct, and I love these stars poking in. Okay, very cool. There, this is a lot easier to see. Good. This looks really nice. So you changed up your color palette a bit, but it looks great. And I like that you reversed your text color, so it's the opposite of the background gradient color. That looks really nice. Great, great work. Thank you, Tate. Next up is Valeria. Valeria's book is Love in the Time of Cholera. Let's check it out. Great. Okay. Good. Good. So I love this 3D text. Oh, it's still going. Sorry. Moving around. Great. So I love this 3D text. The gradient in the background looks really beautiful. Really nice work there. And adding that little stroke is really nice too. It really helps to separate that yellow text on top with the gradient behind it. So it looks really nice. And you included your little character from the tutorial. It looks really good. It looks pretty pixelated. So I do recommend saving it as a higher resolution image. You can bring the whole thing in as an Illustrator image, or you can save it maybe as a TIFF or even a Photoshop file. Um, any of those will look higher res than a JPEG. A JPEG is going to give you some pixelation, okay? Um, then On top of that, I love this font that you chose. You got all your important information on there. It looks good. Looks good. Let's check out the next one. All right, so this one, she came up from the bottom. It's going up and down, getting a little movement in there. Okay, we got our title. Title's getting a bit cropped. Okay, so you're moving it over so we can read the whole thing. There we go. That works. Good, good. So similar to what I did in my tutorial, for this one, if you wanted to do a line break after either of or time, then you could have two lines for your title, and then they would both, the whole title would fit within the artboard at once. So that is an option. Um, you could have also rotated it to be like 180 so that it went down the side, the whole side vertically, is another option. And then we got all the info on here. So it looks like for this one, also you just want to make sure that your your render size window is 540 by 960 on that one. So then it'll crop it nicely, okay? And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Last up is Diane. Diane's book is Robinson Crusoe. Let's check it out. Cool. Really nice. This is so cool. I love this drawing that you brought in and the textures that you added. The different effects look really nice. I think it's a drawing. It could be a photo. No, I think it's a drawing. And then back here, we've got this beautiful water texture. That's really nice. I love your 3D text effect. It looks good. I like this font that you chose. Yeah, it's nice and legible. I can see that we got all the important info there. Maybe not the formats on there, but that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, great, great. So there's also some cropping going on, but it looks oh, never mind. It's right in there. Okay, we're good. Great. Let's check out the next one. Really nice. Really nice. Great. Good job, Diane. I love it. Way to go. So that's all for everybody. I know that this is not the easiest assignment. It's not too hard, once you get the hang of it, but I know that it can be a bit overwhelming and tricky, and especially when things aren't going the way you want them to go. But you all did really well, especially if it was your first time animating. You did awesome. This is we go over this in this class so that any of you that like kind of get the animation fever will then go on to take some of the other more intermediate animation classes. But it's a really good introduction into keyframe and kind of understanding how digital animation works. So I hope that you got something good from it, and I hope that you had some fun. I had a lot of fun watching them. Thanks so much.